Good evening, everyone, or good morning, or the dead-ass middle of the night to all my players here. This is our second session, which is basically our first real session for our Forbidden Lands campaign, where we're going to play whatever tickles our fancy, and also a little bit of the Raven's Purge-Kampagne. That's the plan. Let's see how long it holds when compared to whatever we're coming up with, or better yet, the players and the chat are coming up with. Hello, everyone. You might have noticed this is an English stream. This is because two of our guests do not speak German, and it would be probably a very awful experience for them if we would switch to this rather complicated language on the fly. So, English it is. And that's thanks to the great dead Aussie gamer, Michael. Hello, Michael. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing absolutely splendiferously. Thank you for asking. Yeah, no, I can't wait to play. I mean, we got a taste last time, and I've been like just so excited to play Verglas today. So yeah, we're very, very keen. I guess probably the easiest way to describe Verglas is he is a Wolfkin, and he is a druid. He is a person who has lived most of his life in the wilds and the forests, is not really acclimated to other people just yet, but is quietly finding that people are fun and exciting. The first two people that he's met have brought so many friends to the forest who seem to be chasing them for some reason. Now they're chasing Verglas for reasons. And there's a sheep, and it's gone away, and now we have to find it so that all of our friends can be together because you know, poor Beep.
Poor Beep the sheep. Yeah. Well, the group has taken Verglas for walkies in the woods, and he's still very excited. Let's see how long that holds. Next up is Jan, and he may be German, but he's been designing games for so long that I think you have your nationality is just designer. And your sound is gun, Jan. Again.
No, not. I just muted myself, so you didn't hear me laughing when Michael was doing stuff. So Jan, yes, I do speak English, although my native language is German. I play Belmore Hallgather, and I'm a simple halfling cook who's handy with knives and loves the quiet life. Unfortunately, he had to leave his village due to unforeseen circumstances and misunderstandings that ended up in a wild mob chasing him, or as Verglas puts it, a lot of friends he tried to get rid of in the woods, actually. So yeah, I'm a harmless halfling, completely harmless in every possible way.
And there's never been any complaints about your food, or
no, I've never had any complaints. People who complained did not come up with any more suggestions on how to improve my food afterwards. So I've never had a customer leave my house unhappy.
I get it. Well, you brought along Poppy, who's played by Eevie. Hello, Eevie.
Hello.
Eevie started out German, but she's moved over to the UK, so she's slowly being absorbed into being Welsh, I think.
Well, sort of, like, we didn't exactly move to Wales, but it's very close to Wales. And the reason for me moving here, or one of the many reasons, of course, was in fact a Welshman. So yes. So I have a connection to sheeps as well.
Oh,
sheep.
I wasn't going to go there, but
never mind. I'm so used to the jokes all the time.
Oh gosh.
The first time I went to Wales, I went to Eistrefect, and there was a sign at the entry of the nature reservoir, which is, "This is sheep country." That's all it said, and that seemed to be self-explanatory at that point.
Okay.
It's not right. There is a lot of sheep in Wales.
Going back to your halfling, who's Poppy?
Yeah. Poppy is the cutest halfling you could possibly imagine. She has very big eyes, which are actually different colors, and she looks a bit of like she's in an emo phase, so she dresses in dark colors. She has a very pale face, but she's very friendly and very convincing. And okay, you got me. She's dabbling in blood magic.
Which is fascinating. It's a fascinating topic, and she's a bit of a bookish type as well. So she's got wisdom on many topics. So.
Yeah, I love to read. I'm good with people, but my true love is books and knowledge, and I love to let people know I know stuff, right?
You know, if you start out with heterochromatic eyes and a knack for reading and goth fashion sense, you do have to do blood magic. I think that's somewhere.
Yeah.
It's set down in law for some reason. And the last player, and I have to say, but not least, and I'm just going from left to right, guys, sorry.
I get it.
That is Matt, and you have seen Matt probably on other channels because he is also a very busy GM running different games, and often you will see him on the official channel for Free League Games, where Michael and me are also playing with you in another Forbidden Lands campaign, which I'm also looking very much forward to. But you are here playing a dwarf.
I am playing a dwarf, Belgor, the dwarf. He has wandered down from the Bitter Reach, and he's met the others through a case of mistaken identity. Belgor, Belmore. There was a bit of a confusion when he wandered into town, and all of a sudden he was being chased out. He didn't really understand, but he went with the rest of the party and just kind of went with it. And he's very uncomfortable all the time. It's way too hot up here, down south here.
Yeah,
he's very uncomfortable, which makes him quite grumpy as well most of the time because he's always uncomfortable. But no, it's good to be here. I'm happy. This is my second time playing Forbidden Lands in the player's seat. Thank you again for the opportunity, Myri, to be a player in this game that I love so much. So I'm looking forward to this, our first full session.
Yes, because the last one was also character creation and was basically session 0.5. And this is our first real and true session. Now that everyone's been introduced, and don't worry, we're going to drop where you can find these people and what they do at the end of the session too. Let's start into this. The last person I have to introduce real quickly is Nico. Nico is handling the camera and the miniatures because one thing I really, really love is not only Nico, but also the fact that Forbidden Lands uses a lot of really lovely materials like that map. And it's a map that you can put stickers on. And for some reason, that just is absolutely great. If you give me any game where I can have a map that I can change, I'm in. So that was one of the very big things that drew me to Forbidden Lands first, and then everything else held up. So our little group has already tried their hands on how the traveling rules work. Those are the stickers. And they've ended up making camp in the woods a little bit north of the village they started out in. So we've traveled 1 hex on the map of the Forbidden Lands, of the Ravenlands, and you got some food thanks to your cook Belmore, and there was a little bit of hunting going on, rather less fortunate, I think. Staffs were broken, birds were not eaten, but in the end everyone is fine, and you lay down for a really nice nap just to wake in the morning missing your sheep, which, by the way, was given to you by the chat, who decided that you definitely need one, and I'm always up for animal companions, so you had to beep the sheep for an entire evening, but now in the morning she's gone. And that's where we ended last time. What a cliffhanger. And this is where we start today. So I think it was Poppy who realized Beep was gone first.
Yeah.
And
she was my pillow.
She was your pillow, and you woke up with a crick in your neck, and things have changed, but you didn't wake up when Beep left or was made to leave. Around you, the camp is otherwise pretty silent. There no fire going anymore, and the forest is awakening with a lot of noise from any kinds of critters who are either going to bed or getting up, and there's a screeching and singing and tweeting everywhere around you, and you can see the rest still sleeping. There's a Belgor slightly snoring and sleeping, half sitting up, and there's Belmore, who's sleeping in the pose that kind of screams grumpy middle-aged man, kind of with his hands on his chin. And of Verglas, you mostly see one of his ears twitching.
Guys! Beep is gone!
Yeah. What? Why?
Whoa. I could have sworn you just said that Beep was gone.
I don't know. She's gone. She was here. And now she's gone.
Well, calm down. Don't worry. Okay, now Beep is a sheep. Okay, now Beep, she might just be disguised as this hedge. Hey, hedge, you a sheep? I'm gonna push some of the shrubs nearby.
The shrubs don't answer.
Oh man, Beep's gone. There's my shrubs. Hey, shrub, thanks for being there for me, shrub. I appreciate you creating the world around me.
The shrub still stays silent, but it seems a little bit appreciative of your praise.
I told you we should have eaten sheep last night. Now someone else eat our delicious sheep.
No one ate her, hopefully.
But can we? Were there people here? I mean, has somebody spotted us? Maybe.
Can we look for
Where did he
tracks? Can someone look for tracks who is not me?
I don't know what it looks like.
I do have a question real quick.
Yes.
Now that we have slept, do we restore any of the damage that we took? Because my wits may have taken quite a sufficient blow last time we played, and I would make a search check if my wit wasn't 1.
No, your wits are refreshed. Unless you're not broken, which means that you are down to a 0 in one of your attributes. Everything comes back if you take a quarter of a day just to nap, sleep, take time off. Anything. So you're rejuvenated, feeling fresh. And you can go look for tracks if you want to. That would be a survivor test.
Okay. I will indeed. So that is...
I will assist you. Belgor will assist for glass.
Oh, thanks, Belgor. You're good people.
Friend.
Okay.
You're not very good at finding food, so I can help you find sheep.
I found the crow. I just couldn't catch it, man. I mean,
All right.
it's still... Yeah, so my wits is 5, so I'm gonna use a 5 dice for that. But I have no ranks or anything in survival itself.
Then you don't get any dice for that, but you get 1 extra die from Belgor helping you and pointing out helpful things.
I have survival if you want to help Belgor. I have 3 in survival. I don't know if that's better or higher than yours.
I can help Belgor. I also had hunter's instinct as a wolf, so I get that 1 extra. So that, if Belgor's like trained in survival, I'll totally help Belgor.
It's probably turns into a little bit of squabble. No, that is not a sheep. This is not sheep. These were deer. They were here 2 days ago. And
no, these are deer tracks, sheep tracks, deer tracks, sheep tracks. We're both hit by a train.
I got 2 successes on searching for
2 successes. You do not only find tracks of Beep the sheep getting up and moving out of the camp, you also find a lot of small humanoid tracks moving into the camp and then with Beep the sheep away, at least 3 of them. Short feet, 2 of them in boots, 2 of them bare, slightly knobbly toes. You'd guess those are probably goblin or maybe a halfling with gout.
See here, goblin stole sheep. He eat it.
Oh no, goutlings.
My friends, time is of the essence. We need to save Beep.
Did they actually eat the sheep? So, did you see any bones, or did they just take the sheep?
Like they just took sheep. They eat it elsewhere.
Okay. Whew. Oh,
And we
it's
shall
still
hurry.
pretty early.
Yeah, it's not lunchtime yet, is it?
well,
It's not, and mutton's very heavy for in the morning. You should start your day with some nuts and some berries, oats maybe, but no, you definitely don't want to start the day with sheep.
Well, if you do it well, I mean, a bit of blood pudding maybe, but it's always
No.
What's blood pudding?
No.
Oh yeah, no, we can't think about our stomach right now. Beep needs us. Let's follow Belgor.
Yeah, which way?
Get behind me.
maybe
Okay.
like there's camp there that we need to take with us first, or just march off.
No, we take our stuff, of course.
Okay. Well, then I'll
Pick
pack
up
my
my stick.
cauldron and everything else.
And the tent. I think I remember Poppy having a tent.
Yeah.
So you break camp and redistribute everything that you need to carry without beat the sheep. That means that someone actually has to shoulder the tent and everything that belongs to it. And
Oh,
then
here, let me help you with that.
Yes.
I got it. It's
Thank
okay.
you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's good for cardio.
Yeah.
if you follow the tracks, with Belgor and Verglas probably leading the way, you move out of your hex towards the northwest. So, please give me the roles. You need to decide who's going to find a path and who's going to be on the lookout. Those are the two things that we need to decide, because you're moving into a hex you haven't been before.
That's right. I will do the lead the way, because I've got a special skill for Pathfinder that gives me a bonus die when leading the way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything special for scouting, but I do have 5 wit, so I will do it if no one else wishes to.
You can try. I got 1 scouting and I have 5 wits.
You're slightly better at that.
Yeah, all right. Let's do it.
Then Belgor is following the tracks and trying to find a safe way, because at some points the goblins take roads you wouldn't usually take. They're quick and they're small, and they fit through gorges and through cracks in stone where a modern dwarf like you will not probably fit through. So give me that Pathfinder roll, a survivor roll.
I got only 1 success.
1 success. So no problem. You find your way down into small riverbeds and back up the other side through copses of woods and deeper into the woods itself. And then we need someone to be on the lookout. Nico, could you put our dwarf a little bit to the north? Because they were 1 hex north of the village and now they're moving to the northwest. Exactly. And also at some points when you're on the ridges in the hilly landscape and there are places where some giant trees have fallen and now there's a clearing, you can see in mist-shrouded bits of peaks of mountains ahead. So somewhere hidden in the forests, there's a smaller mountain range that is starting to dominate the horizon. Poppy, you being on the lookout, give me a scouting roll.
Yes, 2 successes.
2 successes. Very good. Let me see. You are in a forest area. Good. You try to keep your eyes open for any goblins trying to ambush you and for any lost sheep you might find. But all you can find is other critters you think belong in the woods. So at one point there's actually a very grumpy badger who is running away from you and looking back over his flat shoulder with a look in his eye that basically tells you that you are not welcome here. But otherwise it's mostly birds, some of them just twitting around, some of them warning everyone else in the woods of your passing with loud calls. And somewhere in the distance you can hear the pock, 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 pock of a woodpecker going for dead wood. But then, being on the lookout as you are, after some hours of trekking through the woods, you can start hear voices. And they're trying to be quiet, you think, but then after some sentences, someone always gets loud. So you think they're arguing, and at first it's just can't make out the words, and then it starts to slowly coalesce into things like, "No, you can't eat it. No, you don't even nibble on it. We still need it. Let go, let go. I break your face."
Yeah, turn the others in.
We found them.
Can we see?
Okay.
How many?
You think you can make out 4 distinct voices.
Well, if they're just hungry, maybe we could share some food with them. That way they won't eat beep.
Break bread or break sheep?
Do we have any
Goblins.
food to share?
Let me see. I pull out what little food I have. Again, stuff taken, nuts, berries, and the like. Some like smoked meats from previous hunts and stuff. I have this. It's not much, but I mean, I don't know how hungry goblins tend to be.
I don't know anything about goblins. I have no idea what they like.
I bet I read something about goblins.
Well, maybe we can find out.
Get your dirty paws off the sheep. I'm not telling you again. Now that we're clear on this, everyone just calm down, and then we move towards the lair, and we had a plan. We had a plan, right? Oh, yes, we tie it down, and then things will happen. Now, so... Would you... No, spit out that ear. Spit out that ear!
I'm gonna walk up.
So you just walk up to the arguing people who turn out to be goblins. And there's 4 of them. And one of them actually has one of Beep's fluffy black ears between his lips and is basically just kind of trying to get a taste. And he's actually looking rather sheepishly up at the slightly larger goblin who looks down at the sheep and the other goblin and is telling him very clearly to let go of the sheep. With his hands, he's actually holding them away from the sheep and his teeth and anything else.
Hail and well met, fellow verdant creatures of the green. I am Verglass.
Hello. What do you want?
Well,
One of the smaller goblins elbows the bigger one. Oh. I can't tell them apart. They all look the same. This is not your sheep.
Oh no. Hey guys, I think he says this isn't our sheep.
Excuse me. This is my sheep.
Says so where?
Well, I say so.
You, one of the other goblins says, you be glad that we didn't slit your throats when we stole the sheep from someone else.
Well, I do like not having my throat cut.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But I want my sheep back.
Belgor's gonna
Please.
draw his scimitar and like, give sheep back. It's not yours. It's our lunch.
Well, it's not our lunch either. We need it.
What for? You can tell me.
He looks at you, sucking at one of his crooked canine teeth, and seems to think it over if he actually wants to tell you.
Yes.
So, if you don't mind, let's roll on this.
Yes. What do we roll?
We roll manipulation.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
4 successes.
Yes.
That is probably the best roll we're going to see in the whole campaign. And you rolled it to convince the goblin to listen to you. Very good.
I know. It's my best stat up, so.
Well, I like your eyes. Very stylish with the different. Well, we took the sheep because we need something to get the troll out of the ruins, and we'd rather use a sheep than one of us or one of you.
Oh,
Otherwise, Drixish is gonna get it. So when he points at the smallest of the goblins.
Oh, I see.
A troll? Like the
troll. You know,
big ones?
big, ugly.
Ugh. But they're
Stinks.
incredibly dangerous, aren't they?
Oh yes.
Why don't you find a new cave?
We don't live there, but the troll goes out at night and he eats anything that comes across his path, and sometimes there happens to be a goblin, so we're just trying to be nice for everyone else in these woods. You should be thankful, because we're protecting you from the troll too, if we manage to.
No, that makes so much sense. You know, when the ecosystem has like an apex predator show up and start clearing out the prey, everything gets affected, man. It sounds like this troll might need to go if it's hurting the people here.
Well, we can go because we don't have any, I'm not staying here. We left the village. We need to go somewhere else. So I don't particularly care about trolls or other monsters being here.
Oh, very good. Then you just leave the sheep with us, we take care of it, and you can move on.
No.
Well, hold on a minute. I mean, it's a ruin too. I mean, I'm sure that we could use that place to be able to relax and take shelter. I mean, being out in the wilderness is all good with me, but I think that maybe we could find a place that we can maybe build a house and a home and a place to be.
In the
Well,
wilderness? With all the elements?
we don't like to be tied down, so nah, but I think if you're one of those people who actually like to have a roof over your head instead of the sky, it's probably quite nice. I think dwarvish or something. And he looks at Belgor.
Dwarvish, no? Okay, let's go.
Wait. So, can we have sheep back now, and we'll take care of the troll?
Give her sheep. Give her sheep. We go see troll.
Yeah, we will deal with the troll for you, but of course we will need the sheep for this.
But why?
Well, that's a very good question. He points at Belmore. Why? Why would you want to do that?
Belmore, shut up.
Well, it's for the greater good of nature, man. I mean, if this troll is as dangerous and damaging to the environment, then it's in all our interest. It affects us all. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about with the ecosystems.
That's nonsense. We just want to see dwarven ruins.
It's like putting a wolf in a chicken coop. There's only so many chickens before the wolf eats them all, and then the wolf starves. So sometimes you have to...
the wolf gets out of the chicken coop and gets into another one.
Well, yeah, but what if there isn't
sense.
anyone? What if there's no more chickens?
Why are we talking about chickens now? Do we have chickens as well as sheep?
I'm hungry. We didn't eat breakfast. We just kind of went out on the road. So we're gonna go kill that troll, or we're gonna get rid of it in one way or another. So if you can give the sheep back to Miss Poppy here, then we'll be on our way and we'll take care of that troll problem for you.
Yeah.
Yes. And tonight we dine on troll meat. Yay.
What?
More, can we eat troll meat?
Digestible. Is that something that people actually eat, like troll meat?
Where I'm from, we eat what you find.
Not
Food is
me.
scarce.
Oh, I get it. Belgor's trolling us.
You're all insane. Okay. So trolls. What do we know about trolls? I don't know anything about trolls, to be honest, other than they're dangerous and you want to stay away from them.
Wow.
Oh, they're big, says one of the goblins. Really tall. And they've got big fists, and they've got big teeth, and they eat anything, and then, well, they shit everywhere, and they stink terribly, and sometimes dwarves follow them around and shovel up their shit, and I don't know why.
Why? Belgor, why?
Why would you do that, Belgor?
This is not true. I've not heard a dwarf shovel shit.
I've seen it. I think. Or maybe someone saw it and told me, but I'm pretty sure it's true.
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
And they heal. They heal real quick.
Okay, sometimes there's rare jewels in their poop. Okay, we keep that between us.
Oh. So maybe we feed sheep to troll first and then wait until... No, it's fine. If you want to take out the troll, that's good, but... And he nearly goes cross-eyed trying to think of the different things that might be going on. But if you just take the sheep and leave, we will be very unhappy.
I've got a suggestion. Why don't you come with us so we can check that we're not doing anything, not walking away with the sheep, and we're going to actually help you with the trolls. And if something goes wrong, you can still help us with a troll, helping you with a troll.
So we are taking out the troll together, and each of us basically keeps half a sheep.
No.
We're going to take the troll out, and you'll give us a sheep, and then if we don't take the troll out, you can have the sheep.
We're negotiating for sheep. It is ours.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't get a sheep, man. You get a no troll. That's what you get.
Oh, we like the no troll thing. Let's go for the no troll thing.
All right, then.
And one of the smaller goblins goes, "And otherwise we can steal it back."
You could try.
Yeah.
Well, it worked pretty well the first time around.
I was gonna say they did it pretty well the first time, man.
First time.
All right, well, you guys, I imagine, know where the ruins are. So if you wanna, lead the way, we can. We'll follow you, and then.
You want the goblins to find the way. Okay. Yeah, we can go there. I think we know the path, right? And I'm the boss, so I'm going to look for the way. Follow us. Miss Halfling, you can have your sheep back.
Thank you very much.
It's a very well-behaved sheep.
It is indeed.
Beep trots over to you, still chewing on something the goblins probably gave her, and looking up at you with her dark eyes and going, yeah.
Hello, welcome back. Don't do that again.
She ignores you to the best of her abilities. So we have a goblin trying to pathfind for you.
Yay!
That's
risky.
Great. Yeah.
Let me understand that again. So we got a sheep, and now in return we're going to get killed by the troll.
Yeah. It can happen. Life is short.
But
in general.
Stayed home if I wanted to be
Well,
killed.
I mean that is one option. The other option is we could go, "Dear Mr. Troll, these goblins are trying to kill you. We have brought them to you. Please
see
enjoy."
them? Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Yeah.
You're a trustworthy person. I feel it in my heart.
So naive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get killed.
So
we look for poop jewels afterwards.
maybe we should find out where the goblin guys live and then tell the troll so he can eat all their relatives and leaves us with the building.
Whoa, you have a darkness in you.
Oh yeah.
I'm just thinking efficiency.
I found this new plant. It's called chamomile. I'll brew you some of my special tea. It might help.
You
Oh,
want to stop
special.
for tea? I thought we're going to go troll hunting.
No, we are. I just mean at
Not
some
now.
point. I'm worried about Papias though. It's just fine.
Follow us down here. You want to be on lookout? Some of you are taller than us. And he looks up at Verglas.
Yeah, I can. Every now and then, I'm just sort of blowing the air out of my eyes. But I'll look out.
Go ahead, give me a scouting roll.
That is 3 successes.
3 successes. You overachiever. You're all overachievers today. Yes, you keep your eyes open, and so you're also the first one to see what the goblins have called the ruins as you get closer to the mountain ranges. And it is actually a small fortress, you'd say, with a sloping way going up to a door, a gateway that's actually closed. And you can see that on the ramparts there's lots of bits missing and a tree actually sprouting out at one place, but it's mostly intact.
Ta-da.
This is a nice place. I could see why the troll wanted to hang here.
You
Which do
don't
we
see any
see or
sign of
smell
a troll.
No poop?
Sorry, Matt, go again.
I was going to say no poop.
where's
There's
the
no
troll supposed
smell
to be?
or sight of a troll?
You can give me a roll on survival to sniff and look for trolls.
Trolls are known for their awful stench.
Yes.
Let's use my dwarven nose. I got 1 success for survival on trying to find its stench.
You catch a nose of the unique smell of the things that come out of a troll's orifices, and most of the things that come out are very toxic and sometimes very acidic, and that makes for a very disturbing smell, but that also tells you of a trail of maybe rare minerals, because that's what those creatures actually produce while snacking on other creatures. That's a rock, and we're going to see what that rocks belong to in a second. There's a tiny verglass.
I found a rock.
You found a rock. As far as strongholds go, this one is rather small, and there's only one bigger building. But the approach so far is rather easy. There's not as many trees surrounding this fastness. They are standing on a hilltop in front of the mountains behind it. And as you can see, there's a door, and there's the courtyard, and to the right there's a building that is hewn from the stone. And probably, as Belgor knows, most of this building will be underground, or most of the living and working spaces from a time that dwarves actually lived here. The smell of troll dung and how many green things have actually managed to get in there tell you that there's probably not any dwarves living here anymore. How do you want to approach this, if you want to approach it at all?
So, walking, I imagine, reasonably slowly, not, crawling, but kind of like, just steady paced. Verglas turns behind him to address Belgor. Hey, I know we've been traveling for a while, and I was meaning to ask, are trolls smart or something? Like do they make traps, or are they just kind of like animals?
No, they're stupid like animals. We keep them like cattle and farm their poop.
Oh, okay. So no chance of trying to negotiate or talk with these kind of things. Gotcha. We might want to be really careful coming up here. I once found a bear in its lair, and it was super mad when I got there. So we might want to be super quiet. We may want to leave the sheep, mostly because. Oh wait, no. Actually, hang on a second. Verglas's eyes are going to start glowing yellow. And as they do, this kind of almost aurora of color starts to emanate from his mouth as he breathes. I'm going to spend one of my Vita power in order to cast animal speech and talk to Beep.
To Beep?
Hey, yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Beep.
Very good. I'm not sure. I would have to look up if that's one of the spells where you can overcast. But what you definitely have to do is roll a 1d6, so we can see if you have a magical mishap of any kind.
Okay.
So you roll as many d6 as you have used willpower for your spell.
I'm going to use 1 for now.
Yes.
Please. That's a 6.
Very good. So actually, your spell works really well. And immediately, once Verglas opens his mouth, it comes out as a mixture of words and silent sniffs and bars and clicks of teeth. Beep looks up, and for you, it says, "What?"
Hey, listen, we're doing something super dangerous up ahead, and we might need you to kind of be really careful and be really quiet.
I'm always careful.
Well, you got taken by goblins who were gonna
Yeah, they were
feed
very
you
nice.
these-
They gave me apples and things. You didn't give me shit.
Oh, you're pretty foul mouthed for a sheep.
You never
'cause
talked
I
to any
imagine-
sheep, huh? I'm actually quite nice.
Well, no, but I have talked to a few fowls, which is why I know what foul-mouthed creatures sound like.
Oh, well, yeah. Those are really
but,
obnoxious.
But listen, I mean, it might be super. This thing is like a big predator, you know.
Yeah.
So you might want to just stay close to Poppy. You know, keep nice and quiet. Try not to make loud noises. And if you see or hear something, you know, maybe just kind of, you know, nibble on her coat or something, get her attention. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, very good. I like to stay with Poppy. She gives very good scritches.
She's good people, you know. But yeah, that'd be awesome. You're a good sheep.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at being a sheep. Thank you very much.
And your coat is amazing. It's so
yes.
soft and fluffy.
Yes, thank you. I really like it too. Yes.
I'll keep complimenting Beep as we move up there.
He's talking to the sheep, who starts to kind of hop from one hoof to the other and looks slightly bashful, but then she moves over to Poppy and just with her nose just bumps your fingers of one of your hands.
Poppy and I ask her, what did he do? How can he? What is he? I don't know. What's that?
Well, I've heard of this from a book that some...
Talking book?
No! That some creatures can speak with other creatures.
Okay, so the sheep and him are the same kind of creature.
Certainly not. Look at them.
We're just like chatting, like just next to each other, like, and I'm laughing at some of the
Getting along
jokes.
quite well.
Well, maybe you can speak to sheep. Maybe that's something we need to pick up and up our game a little. You never know. It might come in handy.
Maybe the sheep likes him better than you now.
Hey, Verglas, what do you call a halfling that's lost an arm and a leg?
What do you call a halfling that's lost an arm and a leg?
A quarterling! And
I get it because this half of a half is
yes, and also they get quartered. Drawn and, you know.
by horses. Yeah. I've seen that before. It's not. Yeah, but it's still really funny though.
Yeah, yes. I've always been the jokester of my herd.
It's creepy.
I'll be quiet now. Dangerous predator. And
Verglas
everything.
will turn to Poppy. Beep is really funny.
Yeah, she is. And very soft. So, how will we kill the troll?
Belgor, do you know how do you kill the troll? What do we do?
Our fists are might and our weapons. And he pulls out his sword and shield and just kind of nudges Verglas aside and just starts marching up to the door. He's quite
we're
happy.
supposed to be quiet.
He's very pleased.
Maybe
should
we
we-
should...
Belgor, don't do quiet.
All right.
He's clanging. I'm wearing armor. Ching, 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 all the way up.
Well, you should be able to keep it busy until we have a plan, right?
Right.
And if you look back at the beginning of the path leading up to the door, you see 4 goblins looking out of the underbrush going, just hanging back and watching.
Can I stay with the goblins?
No.
We'll be okay, don't worry. Beep will protect you.
You come up to the door, and it's a very sturdy door of dwarvish design, which combines parts of stone, actually, with parts of iron and of bronze, which are always not together. There's always a seam of stone or some other material in between, because we don't want those to oxidize right away. And, well, it's not been well kept over the last few decades, probably, but it still looks workable. But not like it's been used. However the troll gets in and out of the ruins, it's probably not through the door. Maybe over it, or over some of the bits of crumpled rampart. But this one's been closed for quite some time.
How does it look difficult to climb? I mean, the walls falling in and so on?
Actually, not very much. In many places, there's nothing left in between the bricks that the walls have been built out of. There's pieces crumbled off, and actually even the designs that have been hammered into the door might do pretty well as a handhold or a foothold. So I guess you can pretty easily climb this.
Okay, Belgo, I'm gonna take a look. Can you not run through the door until I've come back?
Okay.
Just hold a second. I'll just check the area.
Fine.
Okay, I'm climbing up the wall, and that is 2 successes.
2 successes. So far you haven't needed it, but we have one free reroll that's been sponsored by the chat.
Yay.
So if you're in a really tight spot.
So they're not trying to kill us this time. Cool.
They're not, yeah, for some reason, when it's not you being the GM, people are actually on the side of the players.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's rather when I'm not the player, people are on the side of them.
Yeah, it's about you or me, one of these things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, cool.
I guess if there's no completely psychotic weirdo on the player side, people are on the player side. Good. So you climb up.
I'm a completely psychotic weirdo.
I was gonna say, Poppy and Belmore are kind of on the fence on those ones.
I wouldn't say completely psychotic. I think that's the key element here.
Well, the not completely psychotic halfling nimbly climbs up and takes a look into the courtyard. And what you see is mostly peaceful. There's grass that's settled in between the flagstones. There's a tree happily growing out of one of the watchtowers. And all kinds of green things have started to invade this place. And the only thing that's actually moving are swarms of flies who are gathering around big bits of, well, probably poo.
Troll's definitely in here. I mean, he's pooing in here.
Why would you shit in your own home?
Well, maybe it's so big that this is just its toilet.
Okay. Looking down across the wall, is the gate locked from the other side in any way? Is there a bar or anything?
No, you don't see anything. Belgor, looking at it, probably realizes that this is a gate that is opened and closed by some intricate mechanics inside the door. And if you look close enough, you can probably realize which bits of the metal adornments you have to press and to move to open it.
Does that require a roll?
That would require a roll, and I guess the best one to roll on this. Too many books here. If you want to do it fast, you can take your time, and then it doesn't require a roll because then you're just fiddling around and trying out. But if you don't want to do this quick, then it's an insight.
Insight. Well, with the revelation, there's a lot of poop in there, and possibly jewels in that poop. I'm going to do it fast.
Yes. Then give me a roll on insight.
1 success.
1 success. Yes, you can find which bits to move, and that lets you think that this was probably a crumb outpost from the logic behind this. So Belger goes up, and there's a clicking sounds, and he's moving around bits of the machinery, and it actually still works. So time hasn't made it break down, and then with the slight creak, the door begins to open, which we will just lift out. And obviously fling Belmore down from the top.
Thank you. I'm quite impressed by the mechanism. I've never seen anything like that, really.
We
So
are
I'm staring at
sophisticated
the
people.
thing moving by itself. Amazing.
Most things dwarven are amazing.
Like you?
Like me! He was waiting for someone to say it. He's kind of like, huh?
Okay, I'll stay on the wall a bit and just let them walk in.
Don't worry, we like to be nice to people before they die. I pat Belgor on the shoulder.
I'm gonna stroll in.
I'll sort of mimic Poppy as well. Like, just I'm learning how to interact with people, so I pat Belgor.
Thank you, friends.
Very good.
He's gonna stroll in, and his eyes go wide with all the poop in here.
Oh yes, you can smell it, and you bet there's something really nice, some really rare metals or some jewels hidden in these disgusting bowel movements strewn all over the courtyard. To your right, there is a double stairs leading up to a bigger portal that would probably lead into the place where you go down into the actual halls and fortress parts. This is just the adornment, just the outside, basically window dressing for whatever the Crom dwarves built under there.
Whoa, this place is amazing. And it's so fertile. I mean, look at this tree, it's so beautiful.
I'm going to climb along the ridge of the wall towards the staircase, so I don't have to go through the ground.
You absolutely can.
Cool, because I don't want to get anywhere near that acidic poop.
As I walk past piles of poop, I'm gonna kind of poke at it with my scimitar to see if I can hit or feel any jewels in there without actually touching it, with my hands. That's gross.
So the first few big heaps you come across as you kind of try to get to the core of them, they seem to be mostly biological matter. But there's more to explore if you just take the time. Belmore has moved over to the upper part of the fortress. What do you want to do there?
I'm going to the doorway as quiet as I can before the clanking dwarf comes in, and listen for any voices, snoring or movement on the other side.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm not very good at listening. I'm guessing that's a scouting roll, or is that what you do to see something or hear something?
Give me a second. What did you say?
I'm trying to hear or see anything. Scouting is, I don't know. I have no idea what's.
I guess in this case,
Inside.
scouting or survival would be best because you're looking for signs of life. So insight, for instance, was the one for figuring out the puzzle of the door, but this is just about using your senses.
Doesn't make a difference to me because I don't have a skill in either, and I don't have any successes either.
Do you want to push the roll?
Yep.
Do you want to use the freebie, or do you want a normal push? Freebie would mean that you don't take any
If I don't
damage.
have a skill, can I still push the roll?
Yes, of course.
Okay. No, I'll take a push. Yeah, a 6 and a 1. What does that mean? I get a willpower?
You get a willpower and you lose 1 point of wits for now.
I don't have many to spare. Okay.
But what you hear is the slow and silent padding of very big feet somewhere behind the door. Like something that weighs in roughly half an elephant trying to move quietly on very, very big feet with calluses that rasp over the stone and the stairs.
I turn around to the others. And then I draw my dagger and I wait for them to come up and hopefully do something sensible.
On the other side, you now hear a slow sniff that goes on for far too long, filling lungs like bellows on the other side.
I step aside.
No.
I step aside, so when the door opens, I'm first of all away from the door, so I'm not behind the door when it clangs against the wall, and try to hide as wherever I can, really.
Can I cover myself and beep and shit?
Well, you can easily cover yourself in troll shit
Yeah.
if you want to. Beep. You have to see how she reacts to you trying
Okay.
to cover herself in her.
Well, I'll
But
give
isn't
it a
there
go.
poop acid that melts rock?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
that's fine. I just want to. I don't want to do like a facial or anything. I just want to make sure we don't smell like us. So I'll rub my very sturdy leather and my cloak in a very, very thin layer of maybe slightly dried, more like a powder.
That sounds a little different from what you said before. I think.
It does a little bit, doesn't it?
Kind of walking back from your initial statement, I feel.
I'll take it and I'll rub it everywhere. I'll look like a shit golem.
Very good.
I will do something slightly similar.
Yes.
But not quite. I would like to use my Wolfkin talent hunting instinct. I imagine that I've got this troll's scent pretty much all over this place.
Yes.
What I can actually do is I can spend a number of willpower, which I will spend 3 willpower, which will give me a +3 to my dice rolls for combat against this troll until the troll has been broken.
So, sniffing, getting a good full nose of the troll stench. You hear the portal upstairs slowly creak open. Belmore's trying to hide, right?
Yep.
Give me a stealth roll.
That's something that I actually can do. So that's 1 and 4. That's 2 6s. So 2 successes.
Very nice. So you run over and hide in the shadows next to the portal, and you just press yourself against the fissures in the rock and try to be as small as possible and draw some of the vines growing here over you to hide you, while you see Poppy downstairs for some reason starting to pick up bits of poo and smearing it over herself.
I'm
I'm
invisible.
going for a crafting roll. I don't know how else to handle this.
Crafty.
Go ahead.
Okay. Not my strong side, but we shall see. 2 successes. Wow.
Successes. Yes.
That's
So
ridiculous.
You've
So it's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger one where he's like in Predator and he's just...
a little bit. Actually, Verglas, you think for a moment you are actually quite irritated because her smell is disappearing, and it seems a little bit for a moment that there's 2 trolls. One big one somewhere behind the portal up there, and a smaller one right next to you.
Oh, there's a troll right there. Oh, it's you. Sorry.
Hello.
Very
My
gingerly
bad.
steps away from Poppy. What is Belgo doing while all this foolish stuff is going on?
Belgor, everybody's kind of hiding.
I'm not hiding.
Verglas not. Verglas seems ready
I'm
to
like
throw
right
down.
here with my stick, man.
I want to go up the steps, and I want to stand kind of at that first block or precipice at the steps there. So not all the way up in front of the door, but just that first set, and stand there so that when the door swings open, I'm the first thing the troll sees.
Good. And as you move up, one half of the portal is opening, and it's opening not to the outside, but something draws it open from the inside. And then one big gnarly hand with a greenish grey complexion starts coming out of the shadows, and as it hits the light, the sunlight coming down, you actually see for a moment that bits of the skin start to sizzle and flake away, but then fresh greenish skin starts to grow beneath it, like two powers coming to a stalemate, the destructive power of the sun against the troll and its own regeneration trying to keep up with what's happening. And you hear again a big and wet sniff from inside.
I see
What?
Belgor coming up the stairs.
Yes, you can see and hear Belgor clanking up the stairs.
Okay. And I also realized, I saw the troll's hand, so I realized there's something going on with the sunlight. I would like to run over to the other door. There's two doors. There's a double door, right? So the other wing of the door.
Yes?
And push against it with all my might. So if it goes inwards, I'm hoping to expose the troll to as much sunlight as I can.
Oh, yeah,
Very
yeah.
suddenly.
I understand what you're going for. Give me a might roll. As you
Yes.
small little halfling are trying to open this huge door.
More, but no. Okay, I'm gonna go again because there was no successes on that, but there also weren't any failures. That's one success.
One success. So you put yourself against the door, and then going down in a steeper and steeper incline, you push against it, and then with a mighty heave, it creaks open, and you hear a sudden and very angry shout from the inside. Wah! No!
No, Belgor, no!
And with a mighty and very angry roar that has a pitter-patter of bits of mucus raining down around Belgor, a troll comes charging out of the door.
Oh, that's a big troll.
Oh,
We're going to be rich.
Well, you went straight for it. Let's see how this works out. Everyone, we are now going to draw initiative.
Can I just
Nico's
say
going-
I'm not as enthused at how much can Nico, can you go down a little bit, because I want to point out that Belgor looks almost like a football compared to this.
Yeah.
This thing. I'm just expecting it to take a big run up and then goal. It's like he barely makes it to his knee.
Maybe he can jump real high.
let's bring him down to his level.
Very good. Nico's going to draw initiative for us because he's got the initiative cards to his right.
Nice.
And what else we can do is, if Nico would rather not meddle with the cards, we can each roll a d10, and if two people are at the same number, we roll again.
D10? You didn't tell me I need D10s.
You do have d10s, I know you.
I do. I just have to go get them. I'll be back.
9.
Now I have to crawl
9.
through my house in the middle of the night. Or risk pulling different aggro.
That was a loud door.
Sneaky door. Oh, there's cards.
Oh,
Oh,
Nico's got
we
them.
need 4 for our characters and 1 for the troll. So we draw a 10 for Michael. Then for Jan, we get a 1.
that's good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the other way around.
You're the fastest.
Oh, cool. I don't know how that works.
Then for Eevie, we've got a 2. And last one was Matt. And he's got a 4. And if you give 1 for the troll for me, please. 6. So, everyone but Verglas goes before the troll.
Ah.
What do you want to do? My sweet, sweet climbing, hiding, door-opening halfling, Belmore.
I've got my dagger out already anyway.
Yes.
So I'll use my.
So we've got. It works that you've got a slow action and you've got a fast action.
Yeah.
Attacking is a slow action. Moving would be a fast action. But if you don't have to move because you're basically next to a huge meaty troll thigh anyway, you can think about what else you might want to use your fast action for.
I have my paralyzed poison, and I would just stab my dagger into it, draw it out,
Yes.
and then try to attack with it.
Very good. I think preparing a weapon or putting something on a weapon is a fast action.
I have no idea.
Retreat. Yes, ready weapon. I put it under that one there. Yes, exactly. So your fast action is to basically break the flask of poison on your dagger, and then you're stabbing the troll. Then give me an attack roll with melee. I don't know if your dagger is going to give you any bonus.
I'm gonna get a +1 bonus on the dagger. I'm rolling melee, so that's 3 and 1 for the dagger. 2, 3, 4 successes.
4 successes.
Yep.
That's very nice.
It's a lot of stuff.
Is my troll trying to...
Oh, hang on a second. I also get, I've got Path of the something. No, sorry. I get
ahead.
another +1 for being a knife fighter, so
Oh, very good.
no success.
Good. Then I'm going to roll for the troll's armor rating.
Yeah, hang on a second. Because that would have been my question. Does he have any armor?
Yes, his natural armor. He's got really tough skin.
Okay, then I'm going to use my Path of the Blade, and if we hit with a close combat attack, I can spend 1 willpower point to find a weakness in your opponent's armor or natural armor. The armor has no effect against your attack. I'm going to spend my 1 willpower point.
Very good. Then, does your dagger have any damage?
+1 damage and
+1 damage. And then you've got your extra dice because you've had 4 successes. So you need 1 success to make the attack, and everything that's extra is extra damage. So you actually make 4 damage with your 1 very quick jab at the back of the knee. But it seems to hurt like hell because the troll starts to whirl his arms around and bellows very loudly. It rings in Belgor's ears and in yours once his mouth is pointed your way. And now your poison is going to work. Yeah. So your poison has a
potency of 3.
Number. So it depends. Is it a weak poison or is it a strong poison?
Potency of 3.
Good. So you roll 3 dice, and I'm going to roll for the troll to try to resist.
Resistance, yeah. There's 1 success.
And he's got 1 success. 2, I think that means that he only gets a little of the damage. It's never going to negate the full ability of the poison to harm the creature, but it's going to put it down a little bit. So he's howling and bellowing and looking around to trying to find out what's hurt him so heavily. And also you see that his knee is kind of giving way under his weight on that side a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know who's winning the roll, but yeah. So paralyzing poison means it's 1 point of agility.
1 point of agility. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good. Then I think the 2 was with Eevie, right? What does Poppy do?
Well,
Covered in poo down the stairs.
correct. Poppy is invisible now that she smells like a troll. So he can't see me, right? Or at least he can't smell me.
It probably can't smell you. Well, at least Vergler's, and he's got a very good nose, acted like it's impossible to smell you now, or rather that he'd rather not smell you.
Very good. I probably don't smell anything anymore.
Nope.
So I will ready my sling and get a nice, good, solid rock spinning
Yes.
and hit the troll on the head.
Yes. You are in the zone next to the troll, so you're near, so I don't think there's any bonus or minus that you get for the roll. Give me your slingshot.
All right. So slingshot does +1, so I get 1. That does mean I have 1 dice more, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
1 black die, or at least another color, because weapons can break too, as we've seen last time, as burglars try to.
I shall get
Smash
a
a
different
bird's brains
color. Yeah. And I have throwing arm as well. That gives me another die. Okay, let's go. So many dice. Yeah, I'm whooping 1 success.
Oh, it's 1 success. Let's see what the natural arm of the troll does. Nothing, actually. So with a dry poke, your stone that you slung against the troll. No, that's not what happens. But you hit him above one of his small beady eyes. And he goes, "What? Why is small things hurting? Where's everything? I can't... Why is everyone attacking?" We've got Belgor. He's still on the stairs, although the mini might have been lost in the scuffle.
Kicked me off. So as
Not
a
yet.
What would Belgor... Is he familiar with trolls? Would he know about trolls because dwarves are known to keep them almost like cattle and for their poop?
Yes, you probably know about trolls. They don't like sunlight. Sunlight hurts them. It's just kept in check by their natural healing abilities. So as long as you keep the troll in sunlight, his healing ability will be counterbalanced by the sunlight. And also, they are intelligent, but not much. So they fall for tricks easily. And most of them are rather nasty, even when given the chance. They like to fling halflings around, they like to chew on living things, they throw the worst parties. And so you're not going to be very sad if this one dies.
No,
is basically what I'm trying to say.
But I am aware that sunlight hurts them. That's what I was hoping for. So I want to use my fast action to get around the troll and get between it and the door to try and stop it from getting back inside and keep it out in the sunlight.
You move around him, and being so much smaller than he is, you basically can just, with a few quick steps, get between his legs and out the other side.
And
then you topple him over.
And then what do you want to do?
And then I'm going to use my slow action to try and hurt it.
Go hurt him.
Let's see if this works. 3 successes.
3 successes. I can only negate 1 of them.
All right. And it was 4 damage total. The base damage on my weapon is 2, and then the 2 other successes.
Very nice. This is going much better for you than I anticipated. Now it's
well
the troll's
prepared.
turn. So, with monsters, if it's not anything that is basically also a player species or a player kin, if it's really a monster and the troll counts as that, I don't decide what the creature does, the dice do. So I'm going to roll on a monster attack table to find out what the troll is going to do, and he clears his throat with thunderous sound and vomits cloud of bile and stinking marsh gas in the faces of the adventurers. Everyone in a near range, which is every one of you, suffers an attack using 7 base dice that causes damage to empathy. So I'm rolling 7 base dice. 1, two successes, so you all take 2 damage to empathy.
Are we able to attempt to parry it, or is it unavoidable?
If you have any way to parry it, if you have a fast action left, I don't think you do.
I have a talent. I get 1 free parry every round of combat, and the extra parry does not count as one of your actions in the round.
Very good. If you give me any way I deem not too bullshitty to parry a cloud of bile and stinking gas, let's go for it.
I take my shield and start to waft and wave the stench away as it comes at me. Waft it from my face.
Good. You can try and parry it. Ooh. So it mostly goes away from you too, because it's actually coming from its mouth. You're not quite sure if not maybe something has also seeped out the backside, but it's a moot point either way. And Poppy, already covered in stinking bits, is now also covered in stinking mucus that is sizzling away at you. Beep is bleating loudly, hopping around, and then starting to run out of the courtyard, leaving her post as is. And Verglas, well, his eyes water. That is what everyone else can see. I didn't know what damage has been done inside.
I now have the best roll in the campaign with 5 successes to parry.
To parry the stink of the troll. Very good. Is anyone broken by the empathy damage?
Nope.
Very good. You're all very empathetic people. Verglas.
All right. With eyes watering, regretting that he's probably got the best sense of smell in the group.
Oh, yes.
I made a little error before with my hunter's instinct. I only had enough willpower for 2 rather than 3. So what I want to do is I want to climb the stairs, and I want to use my hook staff to basically belt this creature in the kneecap.
Go for it.
I want to try and aim for the non-paralyzed kneecap because I'd like him to feel it, please. So I've got 4 on my strength. I have 1 equipment from my staff. I have a melee of 2. Plus I have an additional 2 from my hunter's mark. So I got a lot of dice here. Let's see how I go.
That's a lot of dice. That's going to be a loud clatter.
That is 5. Do I get anything if I get a 6 on the equipment dice? Nothing, right?
No.
Okay, so 5 successes.
5 successes.
Correct.
Very nice. That is a very impressive attack. Let's see. With a loud poke, you see something moving under the crusty, dry troll skin, and if they are somewhat similar to most bipedal creatures, that must have been the kneecap moving out of its natural habitat. And the troll screams rather shrill, you think, for such a big and bellowy creature, and sings actually to one knee, and then realizes that was not a good idea either, because that has a dagger wound, and hunkers down. He's now a lot closer to the ground, still a lot taller than most of you are, but almost in eye line with Verglas, who's run up the stairs.
Told you we're going to bring him down to our level.
You need a breath mint, man. Like, that was just disgusting.
The big maw opens up, and you think your head would probably fit nicely down that gullet. Better not give him a chance to do that. We're starting over with Jan.
Well, I'm happily stepping away at whatever I can find, preferably in his back. So because we're now coming from several sides, I'm trying to stay on the side that doesn't have a mouth.
Very good. You find yourself shoulder to shoulder with Belgor, who's also behind the troll.
Okay. That's 2 successes. If I roll what I roll the skill. No, which ones do I roll again? skill and...
Do you want to push the
Yeah.
roll? Then
I
you
keep the
roll
do I keep the
everything
sixes
that's
if
not
I
a
do
1
that?
or a 6.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Oops. That's 2 more 6s and a 1. So 4 6s and 2 1s.
If the ones are of your attribute dice, you take that much damage in that attribute, and you also get willpower.
Now 1 is a skill die.
Then
Okay.
that doesn't change
So
anything.
then it's just 1 in my attribute that I'm using, so in strength in that case, and I get a willpower. And I've got 4 successes plus 1 damage. Oh, I forgot my attack die again. Sorry. No, nothing. So plus 1, so that's 4 damage then.
You stab the troll somewhere in the back. You have no idea about troll anatomy, but it seems that you've stuck something that's very important, because as your dagger comes back out, so does a big gush of troll blood, which is a lot darker and also smells. And it paints you and Belgor in a few big red spurts.
Ugh.
As you turn around away from it, you see that your outlines have been painted against the walls. And then the troll very slowly topples forward onto Verglas, who might want to move out of the way, but you don't have to if you don't want to. You are muted, Michael.
Can I just step off that ledge slightly by like stepping backwards?
So you want to fall down the ledge? Controlled.
Yeah, how far is that fall?
That, I'd say that's roughly 1.5 meters.
1.5 meters? Yeah, I'll jump down and use it to kind of shield myself from the falling troll.
Then give me a move roll to get out of the falling troll.
Oh no. I have a strange feeling like my sister was way better at this. Well, I've been rolling like lots of 6s.
Yes?
That's 3 failures.
Well, that doesn't mean anything yet unless you want to push the roll.
I'd like to push. I mean, if it's okay with you, Myri. I mean,
You can do so, but you have to think about if there was ones are in your agility, you might hurt yourself a lot.
That's true. That's
Go
true.
ahead and push.
It would break me. What happens if it breaks my agility? It's only
Then
if
you
my
can't
strength
move
breaks
anymore.
that
That's
then I
you've
can't
strained
move.
something, you've twisted your ankle, things like that.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Go
I'm
ahead and roll.
gonna take
Nico
this.
is getting tired of having the troll half tumbled.
It's just this slow. Yeah. No. I'll take
Very
it. I'll take it.
slowly.
I'll take it.
Go
Bring
ahead.
it on, troll. I feel like
Then
this is the
the-
scene from Hook with the giant crocodile, and I'm just like,
A troll tumbles down onto you.
Oh, man.
Sorry!
You take 1 more damage to your strength as a big hulking mass of dry skin that almost feels like stone in some places, lots and lots of muscles and a big swollen belly fall down onto you and press you to the courtyard flagstones next to Poppy, who looks like someone has roughly shaped a halfling out of puke and other things.
That's me. Yeah, is it dead yet?
It stopped breathing.
No, that doesn't mean anything.
They're dead.
I make sure it's dead, so I kick it.
I'm looking at Belgo. Do they regenerate when they're dead? Do we need to, I don't know, cut him apart? And I'm a little too eager to cut anything apart, really.
Yeah. Belgor doesn't stop. I don't know. Go for it.
I think I will puke on it. So as a sort of retaliation for what it did to us.
It doesn't react.
It's dead,
But
guys.
maybe Verglas. But maybe Verglas does.
Are you sorry? I didn't see you there. Are you all right? Let's get you out of there. Guys, I think Magnus needs our help.
My legs. I can't feel my legs.
You're all right. You don't look too good.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I think I just need I just need a little sit down. Wow, this guy is really heavy. I think we did it.
Yeah. Where's Beep?
You hear bleating somewhere outside the entrance to the castle.
Beep, it's safe.
And
I'm going
then
to take my dagger and I'm going to try and stab it a little and see if it regenerates at that particular point, just to make sure. Also, I like stabbing things.
you stab it once, twice, a few more times just to be sure. No, those wounds don't close anymore.
Okay. I'm that close to just cutting my name into it, but I'm not.
At the entrance to the tiny stronghold, 4 goblins and a sheep turn up. Well, looks like the sheep came back to us.
Yeah, just to alert you and let you know of our glorious victory, said the little, very tiny shit golem.
We killed it. We did.
By my dirty green butt, you actually killed the troll. I was so sure it was going to eat you. You are lucky.
No, we're just very dangerous.
Yeah.
You look...
I don't know, man. I'd say that we were pretty lucky there. I mean, we caught. Yeah, I mean, if it swung a couple more times, we might have been in some real trouble there. But you know, it just means that this thing needed to be taken down, and we were just the right people to do it. I mean, I don't know how you thought Beep would beat this creature, but you know, yeah.
No, we're going to use Beep to lure it out and then lure it into a trap that we would have had to prepare, where we would have dunked it down and then thrown stones and things down at it. You know, planning ahead and playing it safe. What you didn't do, which is absolutely fine, because for some reason it worked out for you. But can I ask you a question? Did any one of you not get smothered in any troll parts or fluids?
That's par for the course. This is what you do when you go head to head with such a creature. The stuff heroes are made of. Smells funny.
Yeah, the stuff these heroes are made of, and he looks at Poppy, smells a lot funny. You're right. Well,
Smells like victory.
No, smells like troll vomit actually, but no.
It itches.
Can we? Is there any way we can wash anywhere near here?
Good question.
we're not going to let you any near our water sources looking like that. No, no, no. You can have your shape back. Good work. We will see each other, I guess.
Yeah?
Very grateful. No, don't mention it. It's been a pleasure.
Welcome.
Oh, very nice. I like this flower. And they move off, leaving Beep, who looks around with very round and very big eyes, trying to keep everything inside.
It's all right. It will be nice here fairly soon.
She steps away from you.
Oh, I know. I will wash and then we'll be friends again.
I'll look behind me into the dark doorway. First of all, making sure that we're not celebrating too early and there's like a bunch of trolls in. And also maybe there's a way, some water source. I mean, the dwarves must have had a water source in here.
I'm joining Belmore in taking a peek inside there.
Good. So you want to take a look inside?
Yes, please.
With Husness. Behind the door, you see there's actually a rather small room. And there's small stairs going up. There seems to be a hatch on top of this room that leads out. And you also see small stairs leading down, obviously, to another entrance. And then there's one big spiral stairs that goes down into the ground. It's thankfully cool in here for anyone who doesn't like the warmth. So Balgor feels a little bit more at ease in here, apart from the troll blood.
Air conditioning.
And it also still smells really rather bad because the troll seems to have used any space to just leave bits of potential hidden gems behind.
They do defecate a lot. So, do you think there's water somewhere here? Where do you guys build the water?
Perhaps underground river? Well?
Underground. But it's
Points to the stairs going down.
it's dark down there.
Are you afraid of the dark?
I'm afraid of everything.
You killed a troll. You should be.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of the troll anymore. Okay, so do we have torches?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Candles, lanterns?
spend a torch.
And just
Yeah.
because I'm not well versed in this universe, dwarves can't see in the dark, or can they?
No.
Nobody can. Okay, fine. Just making sure.
All right, I rolled for my torch. I did not lose it, thankfully. So I pull out a torch and I light it.
Good. With the lighted torch, you can find your way down. You go down the big spiral stairs, or do you go down the small stairs?
So just to understand, the small stairs lead in parallel to the spiral stairs, or do they lead to the
They
right?
lead somewhere else. So you have the spiral stairs in the middle of the room. You've got one that's rather ladder leading up to a hatch, and you've got a small one that leads down at an angle away from the big front doors.
Shall we try the small one first? I'm guessing it's going to some sort of room that
On top.
lookout or something, but just to make sure that there's nothing there. I would hate to have something come from behind. That's my thing.
Okay. Yep, Belgor will go for the smaller stairs lead the way with his torch.
Yeah, I'll stay 2 steps behind him.
You go down roughly 10 steps, maybe a little more, and then you come to a small door that opens once you find its handle, and it opens up to the backside of the fastness. And
Okay. Back exit.
there's a back
Nice one.
exit.
Yeah, seems okay.
Can you find it, Nico? You just push on the door on the right side.
There's an actual exit.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
There's a secret entrance.
How cool is that?
Keen eyes might have
Nice.
found it.
Not
Oh, well.
us then.
Well, they
Yes.
would have needed to look for it first.
That's very cool.
And there's a tiny Belgor looking out.
Okay, well, that seems to be okay. Then let's go down the big stair.
Big stairs.
The big stairs. The big stairs lead down.
Are the other two
It's-
coming, or are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll if possible, with the goblins and stuff like that, I'll try to get them to let us know, kind of like if they want to, where they are, like where is you like to sleep under the stars, you know, and I just love to be able, like, if we need to, just like, you know, I think that's how we make friends, get to know each other. How can we reach you?
You hang up half a chicken or something else in the trees, and then we're going to contact you. And eat the chicken.
Okay. Half a chicken under a
The
tree.
chicken again,
Got
and
it.
the wolf thing. There seems to be a common theme.
The circular stairs lead down in a spiral. And after quite some time walking down, it descends into a hall made of tall pillars, and you hear the silent drip, drip, drip of water somewhere in the back. No, there's one with 4 pillars. I'd use that for inspiration. Oh, that's the one where I have a lot of minis from another shoot on. Yes, dwarven halls with big pillars. Some of them broken, but most of them are still intact and holding up a high ceiling. It's dark, and it's cool, and the air is balm. It's actually quite wet, so there's bound to be water somewhere.
they built these to hold for ages, right? This is not going to fall on us.
Yes. We were dwarven architecture, very strong, very strong.
Okay.
The best.
Of course. No one else builds these things.
Looking around and following Belgor with his torch, you see that there are a few exits to this hall, but all of them have been closed up. So it seems the dwarves didn't leave this in a hurry, because they made sure that all the entrances and exits to any other halls and anything deeper has been closed up rather nicely with walls put up and the doors blocked. But you've got a rather big hall that's entirely empty apart from a few gnawed-on bones and bits and pieces left behind by, obviously, you think goblins and maybe one or other human who's found his way into the troll's stomach. And, well, the smell here down here is better. It seems like the troll mostly went upstairs to take care of business.
Okay.
And also, after looking around a bit, you find a fountain that is still working. From somewhere under pressure, water comes up and fills a basin with fresh, murmuring water.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Hustle over there and start washing off the troll blood.
I let him actually go first and see if there's anything bad happening, because you never know where this water's been.
Actually, the water seems harmless.
Verglas will do the same, like sort of wiping off all the mucus and stuff, and then once he's like fully wet, sort of comes out and just
and sprays lots and lots of fire droplets on everyone else staying close. Yeah. You had to leave Beep behind upstairs. She didn't want to hoof it down here.
That's fine. I would have made sure that she's somewhere safe.
Yes. So she's happily munching away at some of the greenery up in the fastness.
Great. And then I'll have a little clean myself.
Yeah, me too.
Yes. Let's not go into detail. It takes quite some time, and it takes saying goodbye to maybe a cuff or some other bit of a shirt to use to wash everything off. But in the end, you're all damp, but mostly clean.
That's better.
Much better.
Well, doesn't look half bad here. Is the hall, did we see every part of the hall? Did we wander along the walls?
Yes, you can see every part of the hall. It's roughly a few dozen steps each way. And you can see quite a few more, 5 or 6 other doors, but all of them have been closed up at some time.
Cool.
So there's a lot more exploring you could do, but it would need some work to get to all the other places.
Well, I mean, it's a roof over our heads. It's got water. And once you clean the upside troll poop thing, could do.
Bad? I told you. Dwarves, good. Everything we do is excellent.
Yeah, I'm inclined to believe you. I mean, it's better than sleeping outside. Probably fewer goblins stealing your sheep as well.
Well.
So, I mean, do we camp here now, or what do we do?
We live here now. Well, when we're
We
not.
live here. I mean, it's not that fast. I mean, how are we going to make a living here? I don't see us opening a restaurant. I don't think that there's many customers.
Well, we have no home, right? So we could use this as our base of operations for now, and amass a fortune.
Yes, with poop.
It's what you do, right? Of poop, right? No, all that poop needs to go.
But where's the fortune in this? I mean, it's a nice enough castle thing house cave.
Do it up a little, make it nice, make it livable again, tell people there's no troll in here anymore, and then sell it to some idiot.
And then, I mean, how are we going to live? Like, what are we going to eat? And where? How do we cook? And
There's different options. We could grow our own food, or we could just slaughter travelers and take theirs.
Any travelers nearby?
You're remarkably violent.
Traveled road. Okay, well, anyway, I mean, if we stay for the night, we need to look around. So what's with the poop thing? The dwarf keeps mentioning it. Why? Like, what's in troll poop?
Jewels. They poop jewels.
I thought you meant that was meant to be a joke. That you mean that literally they do poop?
Ah, yeah, yes.
Interesting.
Already, there's shit everywhere.
Down here,
something here.
it didn't. There you can find, as I said, its lair, as in there's bits and bobs of clothing and adventuring gear broken and thrown to a heap with an indentation that's roughly troll-sized where it slept. It doesn't smell like roses, but it's not covered in shit. So...
Okay, so let's look through the stuff. Maybe there's something that we can find and use, and then we rest here.
Yeah, let's start poking through that adventure.
Douglas seems a little weak on his knees still.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think maybe some rest and recuperation's a good idea, but I mean, I think when it comes down to it, I'm just happy that we're all like together,
Nah.
And I think we should maybe look at getting people here. I mean, Belmore, you said that there's no people here for a restaurant, but we have a really big place, and I mean, it's big for like 4 people. Maybe we could, restore it. Maybe invite some people that aren't trying to kill you, and then we could open a restaurant then.
If anyone goes through the troll's sleeping palette, you find first a copper mug. It's slightly dented, but still usable. It was probably part of someone's adventuring gear. And then a golden mirror.
A golden mirror. Okay, I showed that to Poppy. I mean, that looks valuable, doesn't it?
It's very tiny, so it's been made either for a child or for a small halfling. But it's actually nicely made, polished to a sheen, to work as a mirror, obviously, and with little roses and other cutesy designs over the backside.
Nah.
And what did you say the other thing was? A copper cauldron or what?
A copper mug.
A mug. Yeah, I'll take the mug. I like myself a good mug.
Yeah, I'll take the mirror. Maybe that comes in handy.
And also, well, it's at least gold-plated. You would have to scratch it to find out more. Could be solid. It's rather small, but that's still a little bit of coin.
Just sort of divvy up the spoils without really asking any of the other guys to. They also want anything.
Like you are.
Yeah, okay.
You
take that. I'll take that. Yeah, so,
That's what we do, right?
No, of course. Like we totally oblivious to the fact that there were 4 people involved in this.
Unimpressed that there's just a cup and a mirror. Belgor is going to continue to kind of poke around after he sees what's in there, and the two of them are divvying it up. He's not interested in that stuff. So he starts kind of looking around the area and what else is there.
What else? Actually, a whole lot of nothing. Whoever left this place before the troll moved in cleaned it out pretty well. What you find in niches set into the walls are fireplaces. And with chimneys going up, probably ending somewhere hidden in the mountain ranges or in the forest outside. And just a little bit of soot is left where once there must have been big, huge crackling fires.
He's going to continue to go deeper. His curiosity's getting the better of him.
digging through bits of, charcoal, soot and everything in the fireplaces and in the niches, you find a silver ring that's engraved in Dwarvish and tells you that it once belonged to a bear gala
I will put it on.
of the clan of Cromb. But otherwise, mostly you just hustle up a few spiders and other critters who disappear into the darkness in a hustle.
Spiders.
It's mostly silent in the big hall, especially when Verglas has muted himself.
Verglas is going to head back to the troll's body, and while everyone's kind of searching, we'll bury the troll's body at the kind of base of the mountain.
That's a huge amount of work, and that's going to take you the rest of the day.
It'll take time, yeah. Yeah, he'll take the time, because Verglas doesn't really have the same kind of value of money and wealth and loot and gain, and he's super happy that everyone's going and doing their thing, but he feels a bit like he's like, I wish I could help, but he picks up a stone plate and he's like, is this valuable? No one's looking at it. They like the poo, but only troll poo, and that's he's kind of a bit confused by it, so he's going to do what he knows best, and he's going to let the troll become part of the soil and return it to the earth, as it were.
For quite some time, you feel eyes on you, and if you look up, sometimes you can see the goblins watching from a safe distance. One of them waves back and then shouts over, "What are you doing?"
I'm digging a hole, man, to put the troll in the hole.
Why?
Because then the trees can eat it.
Trees eat trolls? There's no ants here, man.
No, man, no. It's just it's the circle of life, and it moves us all,
He sounds, what's the word? Drexish? Kitsch. He sounds kitschy. Yeah, you sound kitschy.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay,
very
good.
nice. Put up some half of a bird and we'll be here.
Okay.
Go bury your troll, weirdo. And
Okay.
the goblins
Bye.
disappear
Have a
into
safe
the woods.
journey. Make sure you eat a balanced diet. Just eating mutton is not good for you. Try to mix in some fruits and berries. And fiber.
Talking about eating, the day is now into its second half. Verglas is trying to bury a troll. Everyone else is just puttering around and trying to look for things that might be worth a bit.
Our food.
Food?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't find any food in the place, but you have your dice that tell you how much food you've got left. And if you want to sit down for a meal, you roll those dice. You don't have to roll for water, and you can go up easily to a D12 for water now because you've got access to a fresh water
Nice.
source.
Okay.
And if you want to eat anything that's not just stale bread, you actually will need to light a fire.
Yeah. I guess that after a while we've sorted through whatever's been down there that's in any way or shape useful. So I'll busy myself with cooking a meal from whatever food we can scrounge from our various sacks and packs.
I can get some herbs.
Yeah,
If anyone-
I've seen the success we had in that, but yeah, of course, go ahead. Try.
Maybe
If anyone wants to go scrounge up something or go
Yeah.
hunting, just tell me.
mushrooms, hunt mushrooms and roots and.
You want to hunt
ants.
mushrooms.
Or if you come across, and I'm going to describe a couple of plants to her that I can use to make poison. If you come across that,
Yeah.
you can bring those. But don't
Okay.
mix them with the stuff that you eat, like the mushrooms. That's the other mushrooms.
That's fine.
Keep them apart.
Yeah.
Good. You are not looking for water, you're looking for food. Give me a survival roll.
Yes.
Going outside, you see that Verglas is down the hill that the tiny fortress is on, digging a hole with the corpse of the troll that he obviously dragged outside next to him.
1 success.
Good. Then you find one unit of food. Mushrooms and a few tubers and things like that you can take back to your chef.
Yeah. Chef Belmore. There's not very much, but I found no poison, but I found this.
Okay. Well, I would have preferred poison, but yeah, I guess I can make a meal instead.
Sorry.
So
Okay.
you take your time and you start working on whatever you want to turn this into. Probably easiest would be a soup of some kind or some stew, but if you want to go full ratatouille, that's your choice. It takes you a quarter of a day and you have to light a fire.
Yeah.
And you're near completion of the meal, just going for a little bit more seasoning, trying how good it is, that you see something moving under the pot you put on the fire, flames licking out and slowly starting to sprout and form something like a hand that's starting to tap around in the ashes. Anyone else near can realize it too.
I'm
Verglas
giving
is probably
very-
still out there digging.
A very undignified shriek. What's that? Poppy! Poppy!
Yes. Fascinating.
Hand! Fire!
There's a crackling and a lot of sparks fly out from underneath the pot. And then something moves out of the fire that seems to be made of coal and flames, but it's not ethereal. So it actually has a form and it has a body because it hits the pot from the side. A little bit of soup spills over and it wobbles and then it comes slinking out of the flames. It looks a bit like a mixture of a salamander and a goblin, maybe hunched over with big flat paws and with a broad maw that it opens with teeth of bright, almost white flame, and a long, dark reddish tongue goes out and licks around, testing the air.
What's that? I draw my dagger, but I'm stepping back. What is that?
Greetings, strange creature, and welcome to our home.
It turns its dark eyes made of lumps of coal on you, opens its mouth and screeches ear-shatteringly, and then it runs off with a quick pitter-patter of its big red feet, and everywhere it moves, when it touches anything that's flammable, it bursts into flame. Where did you set up your cooking fire?
I would have wanted to set it up down in the halls in one of the fireplaces, actually.
So it's rushing over to the stairs, and like water flowing upwards, the flames circle around the stairs with a shriek and a poof, and it's gone from the hall. And Verglas, outside, hears a poof from inside the fastness, and then something that's slowly growing and now looking like a massive shaggy dog made of flames comes down the slope, stops for a moment, looks around, sniffs, and then runs into the woods, leaving behind lots of little spots where dry grasses and little bits of brush have caught flame.
What was that?
Do I know what this is?
No, you have no idea. It seems to have been a beast made of flame that just rushed past you and set a bit of the woods aflame.
Belgo, what
But
is
there
that?
is no beast that I cannot tame.
It was a
And
demon.
that was very cool. I might wander off and follow it a little. Come back, little thing made of fire.
Can I take
Be
a
my friend.
towel and turn off the flames?
Yes, those bits, bones, dry bones left behind, and other bits that the troll made his nest out of that caught flame, you can easily squash those fires. It's different for Verglas, who is now sniffing at and slowly following a burnt, dark trail into the forest. There's the hissing and bursting of fresh green all around you as the fire starts to gnaw into the underbrush and into the younger trees.
I'll kind of do some damage control. Like obviously I don't want the whole forest to burn down and whatnot. This thing's like super dangerous and is definitely not in its environment. It needs to be somewhere like a volcano or like underground. So I'm gonna put out fire. I'm just gonna kind of stomp the fires a little if I see something like a little too out of control. But I'm gonna follow these footsteps and be like, "Come back, little dude. You need to not run into the wild like that. You're gonna start a fire. Well, I mean more, because you're on fire. You're gonna set this whole. Yeah, come back."
You stumble over something that's been burned to a crisp and nearly indistinguishable from the ground, but as you look down, you see that's a small group of hedgehogs who must have been caught in the flesh fire
Oh no!
that this creature leaves. And they just crumble to... There's mostly charred meat, yes, but in the middle there's a little bit of succulent stuff left. It tastes
That's
actually
okay.
quite good. Hedgehog.
Ooh.
But whatever
I will
it's
take
rushing
your
away from
spirit.
you much too fast to follow it if you are picking up dead critters and trying to put out fires. But it leaves a straight line through the forest, as if it was just on a string that's pulling it through the landscape, as if it knew exactly where to go, which is northeast.
Ah. Okay, so I could probably track it like to a den or something, because that's probably where it'll head.
How long do you want to do that?
I don't want to leave the hex, basically.
Then you move out until you're nearly out of sight of the fortress, but then this weirdly straight line of fire just goes on and on.
Okay, I'll probably come back to that, but I can't leave the others. I just made some friends for the first time. I'm gonna go back. Bye, little dude. Be safe. Don't set too many fires. I'll try and find you later. Okay. I'm gonna turn around and I'll go back.
What's the rest been doing while Verglas is in the woods trying to find the thing?
Belgor's kind of in shock of what he saw. He assumed it was a demon. He doesn't know, but it's pretty common in Forbidden Lands just to blame everything on demons. Say, "Oh, this place is a bad place. We don't make restaurant here."
Well, it ran from it, right? So it's a good thing.
I'm looking under the cauldron to see whether there are more of those creatures.
No, by now it's just everything has been scattered a bit, and the coals are cooling down, and the not charred bits of wood only have a few very tiny flames that are trying to cling to them. But the soup was done anyway.
Okay, I'm going to look into the other fireplaces. Is there certain amounts of coal in them as well?
No, most of them have been cleaned out.
Okay. Is there anything in the fireplaces that, like, weird faces on the wall of them, or any indication where these can come from?
Most of them have some kind of inscription in Dwarvish.
Belgor, what do these scriptures here say? I mean, what is it? Is there anything about fire things?
Close, get my torch up there and start reading.
It says things about fire, all right. It says it's mostly just blessings for the earth and the place. Those seem entirely normal.
Oh, nothing out
Poppy, do you have any idea what that
demon?
was? Yeah, but then I don't know. I mean, where did it come from? I mean, why was it here?
What?
No one knows where demons come from. This place it's a terrible place.
But I thought your guys built that. I mean, why?
We don't build demons.
They are everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, nowadays, I can see them when I close my eyes sometimes.
Okay.
Back away slowly.
Ferglas, do you want to go back to troll burying or look?
How long has it been since they've begun their exploration?
Their exploration downstairs, which has turned in just cooking and lounging around. That's been a few hours.
Okay, I'll probably go back into the into the fort just to kind of check on everyone and tell them about the flamey thing I saw.
Yes.
Hey guys, listen. By the way, Nico, before you take those things away, you should set them on fire. I mean, immersion and everything. No.
There's realism and there's doing too much. I guess we're not going to set fire to our miniatures and our landscapes. No, thank you. So you're hollering down the stairs?
Yep. Hey, everyone! Listen, I found something. It's like this. It's like this dog made of fire. It ran past me and into the forest, and it's going to a den. Did you see it?
Yeah, it's like a small thing that ran up the stairs, and it came from there. And I'm pointing to the fireplace.
It came from your fire. You made it. That's weird.
I don't think I made it. I think it was here before, but we didn't see it because it wasn't on fire or something. I mean, I don't know why the dwarves built that. I thought that maybe it was some sort of automated heating system. Mechanic, like with a door, the door opens by itself and the fire goes by itself. I guess.
I see what you're saying. Well, it ran off. It's gone somewhere. I'm still working on putting the troll to rest, but I think maybe we should maybe go check it out.
Yes, Beep.
Beep is still upstairs because of the stairs.
Oh, hang on. I'm coming, Beep. I'll go up and I'll grab Beep.
She looks slightly singed and a lot worried.
Oh, poor Beep. That's okay. I have maybe. Well, I don't actually have ointment, but I'm gonna make a heal check on you because I'm gonna try and make you feel a little bit better. These little burns. I get some herbs and some stuff and make you a little thing. I'm gonna try and just treat the burns if I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can roll on healing if you want to.
Yay. I can heal. I got 2 plus my empathy, which is 1 right now.
And also
no
from
successes,
upstairs,
no failures.
You hear someone, are you alive down there?
Yes.
Who's there?
Who is it?
Draxish. Smallest of the goblins?
Yes.
I've been sent in here in case there are still demons around.
Oh, can you smell the demon?
I can... Yes. Why was there a fire demon coming out of here? What did you do?
I made some soup.
What's that?
Remind me to never eat anything that you've cooked. Well...
Wouldn't imagine how many people already said that.
The goblin's coming down the stairs and now it makes a big swallowing sound. You might be in trouble because that thing left a rather nice path behind that anyone can follow, and it's I think it's heading for a town.
Which town?
Yeah.
Scratches his head. We don't go there, but it's been known as Amber's Peak.
Is that the one that ran Belmore out of town?
No.
Okay, so let's let it burn.
Maybe we should go there and save everyone.
Why?
You can surely try.
But it's a fire thing, and I mean, I don't like the town. I'm sure they can fend for themselves quite well.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so-
they usually are. Nasty people. But as you are still alive and still holding on to this place and still armed, I will be going.
Okay. Do you want some soup?
No!
Thank you for checking on us.
And with the goblin running away in panic because Belmore's trying to offer him soup, I guess we're closing down the session for today. And we're going to see in exactly 4 weeks on the 18th, or rather Michael, it's the 19th, on the 18th of March, we are going to play the next session. You are also now proud owners of a Stronghold,
Yay!
Yeah.
which at the moment only has water and a few walls and a hidden exit. But there's a lot of things you can do over time with a Stronghold. You can hire people to work there. You can build stuff in it and around it. And also we had this absolutely lovely dwarven fortress, which we got from Citadis, who make all this dungeon stuff that we are using. And I finally got it play ready with gluing lots of bits to it and sawing it into smaller bits to make sure that there's, a hidden exit and everything. So we are going to use this thing as often as we can. So this is your Stronghold. You are always free to return there, check on it, build stuff, repair stuff, find out what else is hidden in the halls that have been walled off. This is going to be a base of operations, if you want to. You can also say, I'm not going to stay anywhere where there's demons coming out of the fireplaces, but, then I'm going to be sad because that's an awesome miniature I've worked a lot on to make it pretty.
That's okay. I want to live under the tree.
You want to live under the tree? We're going to make a tiny bed.
Tiny little
For
bed.
Verglas.
Just for me. Under the tree.
Hire the goblins to take care of the
Yay.
keep, says the chat.
And the chat's also named it Helm's Beep.
Yes.
Helm's beep. Yep.
Yeah, they were first trying out Belgoria or Belgond or something like that, but Helm's Beep was the thing they decided on. Very good,
I
everyone.
thought we should call it Troll's Folly.
Troll's Folly, maybe. You were incredibly lucky in that fight against the troll.
Yeah.
Yes, we were.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
we were.
Oh my gosh. I've never seen so many sixes in a game of Forbidden Lands.
I
mean-
yeah. I as soon as I ran in, the reason why I burnt so many was because I was like, there's no way I'm going to hit anything. And the last time I tried to hit a crow, my stick broke.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
You're not made for crow hunting, you're meant for troll slaying. I mean,
Apparently, troll slaying.
Matt, in your campaign, we left off in a fight with a few wolves,
Wolves, yeah.
and
you
my
guys were in
character
rough
is
shape.
about to be broken.
Yes, you were in rough shape. One of us should have died tonight in that fight.
Yes. I mean,
I'll chalk it up to excellent planning and meticulous preparation.
Yeah.
yes. And
Let's
the
walk
goblins were
in.
like, how did you survive this? This is not possible. We had a plan. We would have made whatever. Poor goblins. They're not going to get the keep. That's yours. So, everyone, if you like these people, and I hope you do because I like them, and I want you to like them because they're awesome, you can find Michael under the name Dead Aussie Gamer everywhere, right? You stream, you are on Twitter. What else do you do?
Let's see. Right now, I'm on here and Free League. I'm also doing Talisman on how to be a great GM, and apart from that, a whole bunch of shows on my Twitch channel. Upcoming soon, I will be featuring on Perception Studios for some board game fun. But yeah, and come check out my Discord because I like hanging out with people, and I like hanging out and having fun and meeting fellow people who are just super cool and like role playing.
And also, Michael is from Perth, which, as I have been told by him, is the most isolated capital city in the world. Is the capital of Western Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very much alone, lonely.
Very
He needs
alone.
more nerdy people in his life.
Yep.
Then we've got Jan. I don't know if Jan has a Discord, but he's got games.
Yeah, I haven't got the Discord, but I'm available on various Discords. You can come to the Fantasy General Discord because we're also doing a Fantasy General computer game, and there is on the 25th of February actually we're releasing our new add-on called Evolution, which features big things eating small things. So we're quite topical in this regard. But you start out with a small thing, so you need to sort of build your way up to eating smaller or bigger things in order to get the biggest thing. So yeah, Fantasy General Evolution is out, and we've also received, I don't know whether that's actually possible to see, but let's see. We can do this.
Yep, no, that's...
no, impossible, green screen.
That's just an invisibility cloak. Yeah. Castle von Logan, there it is.
Castle von Logan. That's actually the first box that exists. And it actually exists, so it's not vanishing in thin air. It's not a magic trick that I'm doing. That's green screen. We've just received that from the printer, so the first print test, and you can still get it. You can still pre-order it because the actual print run hasn't begun. And that's a board game that we're putting out. You can find that under www.undergroundgames.rocks.
Underground Games, not just one, it's several ones. Yeah, we played Castle von Logan in streams on several occasions, and it's got this fun thing where you actually move through different times in the castle, the eponymous Castle von Logan.
It's a time-traveling adventure game where you are the time travelers and you're having various adventures. We're having different boards for different time streams, and your time agents trying to find Augustus von Logan and stop him from destroying time itself, which would put everybody to an untimely death. So yeah, that's something that you can do if you buy the board game, or pre-order it rather, and that's what I'm currently doing most of my time.
Getting pre-orders, very good. Then we've got Eevie. I don't think she's got any games out. She's writing, that's what she does, as one of her jobs.
Occasionally write books, so if you ever come across my name on a book, buy it. It is very good.
I guess you would probably also need to be able to read German.
Yeah, there's some English stuff, but yeah, most of it is German. So go and learn German. It is a great language.
Yes, everyone is nodding and smiling and not going to do it. And then we have a few people in chat who are actually learning German by watching role-playing streams, which I think is awesome. Yeah. And then we've got Matt. Matt is going to have his revenge, and he's going to have Michael and me killed by wolves. Our characters, not us literally, hopefully. But that's right. That's going to happen.
This time next week, Thursday, on the Free League Twitch channel, Michael and Myri will be on there, and you can find me doing all kinds of fun, crazy things over on the Free League channel. I ran the alpha build of the One Ring, which is like dominating and smashing on Kickstarter right now from Free League Games. So we had the preview on there. We did a live play of that, which is doing crazy well. So shockingly, with the One Ring doing as good as it is. I also have my game as part of Zine Quest on Kickstarter right now. My original game homage to spaghetti Western cinema, Kill Today, Die Tomorrow, is in its last 4 days. It's funded. It's smashed a whole bunch of stretch goals. So 4 days left on that. Kill Today, Die Tomorrow. If you're interested in Westerns, or specifically spaghetti Westerns, please check it out.
Yes. Where everything has to be a little bit cooler, and the hats have to be lower in the face, and people do awesome stunts with their guns. Yes, that's everyone. Follow these people. They are great and funny, and I love them. I also like you, everyone, in chat. I hope that's not too forward of me to say. Thank you very much for being with us today. And you have given us rerolls. I got 2 freebies, and the players got 1, I think. But we are going to use them next time, probably. You didn't need any freebies against the troll, and the troll wouldn't have saved it. And maybe it could have belched you all into unconsciousness, but that's not what happened. Yes, that would have been a very sad way to do a total party kill. One more for the players. Now it's 2-2.
Thank you, chat. Finally.
Thank you.
We are going to be next week back on here. We are going to stream on Monday, and that's going to be the 7 marked ones. Okay, now I have to switch. This is the campaign that only exists in German, die 7 gezeichneten, which is the big campaign for the Dark Eye. That's what's going on next week. But anyways, keep your eyes open. We are only, every time we're going to tell you on social media and everywhere when we are going to stream. And also, there's at least 2 videos up each week, usually a lot more on our channels. And so there you can find the usual reviews, tips, and general, hopefully lovely and entertaining and informative stuff. See you there, everyone. And I'm looking forward to playing in the other Forbidden Lands campaign next week, playing with Eevie when we hit the 7 marked ones, and playing with Jan. When's the next time we play together, Jan?
It's going to be some time off, because I think the next one is going to be the D&D Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Rime of the Frost Maiden, yes. Also with Eevie. You see, these are one of my favorite players. Good night, everyone, or good morning, or go back to bed, Michael. You need sleep. See you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.